everyone, this is Maki. I truly love the Gundam series. I've come all the way from Japan to share the mega themes of Gundam with all of you. Do you like Gundams with powerful artillery capabilities? Gundam Helios is quite famous. Others like Gundam Leopard and Gundam Birch are also popular. Today, I'll introduce a Gundam from Gundam Seed that specializes in ranged combat. Its name is BUSTER Gundam. He is one of the 5 main Gundams that appear from the beginning of the story. There's a fun little trivia about this. Each of the first 5 Gundams has a concept word associated with them. It's represented in their names. Strike Gundam stands for Takija's Gundam for shield, Duo Gundam for duo, and Blitz Gundam for lightning strike. What do you think BUSTER Gundam stands for? Destruction or destroyer? In fact, the concept of BUSTER Gundam is Gale. This was used in a poster released in the early days of the Gundam Seed broadcast. It was not destruction, but Gale. If its name were Wind Gundam or Storm Gundam, the impression would have been different. Sounds like a protagonist's name, doesn't it? Let's delve deeper into BUSTER Gundam knowledge today. The BUSTER Gundam is one of the G weapons developed primarily by the Atlantic Federation, a member of the Earth Alliance. It is a prototype mobile suit developed with the assistance of the Mainloti Corporation, a state-owned enterprise of the Neutral Orb Union. The Earth Alliance, struggling against Taft's G mobile suits, desperately developed the G weapons with a form of under-the-table cooperation from the neutral nations. The development was conducted in secrecy at the resource colony Heliopolis managed by Orb. The mobile suit was completed successfully, but there was a problem. The control software was not finished. In the first episode of Gundam Seed, it is taken by Taft, who invades and completes the software with the help of coordinators. The mobile suit frame of the BUSTER Gundam uses the same X100 series as the Duo Gundam. This frame aims for basic performance and flexible movement as a mobile suit. It has a very wide range of motion compared to conventional mobile suits such as the Jin. The BUSTER Gundam was designed as a mobile suit with shooting combat capabilities. Its abilities include engaging in shooting battles with other mobile suits, providing artillery support to ally sniping, and especially significant is its artillery capabilities when fighting against warships and fortresses. Its goal includes the use of the latest beam weapon technology. It is equipped with a weapon enhanced for the BUSTER Gundam, a beam rifle originally completed as an armament for the Duo Gundam. But it doesn't stop there. It is also equipped with a railgun, a product of conventional weapon technology. By equipping it with both the latest and conventional weaponry, its reliability as a weapon is enhanced. The 2 large handheld cannons are the biggest features of the BUSTER Gundam. These weapons are powerful, but they also have the drawback of consuming a lot of energy. To counter this, dedicated sub-generators were installed in each. This concept was later utilized in the striker packs of the Strike Gundam developed afterwards. Furthermore, reserved power sources are installed in both knees, the distinctive orange parts being a charming feature. It's a part I personally like. With these additional installations, long-term operation became possible. However, on the other hand, it does not carry any melee weapons or shields. Some resources consider this a weakness. Others, however, see it as a specification aimed at testing shooting combat capabilities and movements as a mobile suit, strictly as a prototype. Most machines intended for actual combat are equipped with weapons for melee combat. For instance, the successor unit, the Calamity Gundam, is equipped with a shield that can be used as a melee weapon or as a striking weapon. The variant Buster, which was operated as a further development, also has equipment for melee combat. Even the Buster Dagger, developed as a mass production type of the Buster Gundam, is equipped with a beam saber. Although it is possible that the Buster Gundam, which was possibly not intended for actual combat deployment, ended up seeing a lot of action due to obtaining a powerful pilot. An ace pilot allowed to wear the red uniform and affiliated with captains aboarding the Buster Gundam. His name is Dark Elsman. In addition to its powerful armament and switchable characteristics, the Buster Gundam also has excellent mobility. The Buster Gundam is often described as being a bit heavier in its movements compared to other G weapons, but in comparison to mass-produced mobile suits it's quite nimble. A particularly notable scene in the story is when it participates in the defense of Orb. The Buster Gundam lands with a nimble leap, and almost simultaneously with landing, its connected beam cannon decimates a large force of strike daggers in a single blow. There are many sources that say Duraka often fought on the front lines, ignoring the characteristics of the Buster. However, from this depiction, I have a different impression. I believe he understands the mobility and firepower of the Buster and is utilizing it to its fullest. Of course, this is my opinion, so please take it with a grain of salt. Regarding the Buster Gundam's mobility, many sources note that it is equipped with extremely high output thrusters as a countermeasure to its heavy equipment, excluding the dual Gundam equipped with the Assault Shroud. Among the 5G weapons produced initially, the heaviest is the Buster Gundam compared to the other four. The Buster Gundam is a heavy-duty machine. However, compared to many mobile suits including mass-produced ones, it is by no means just a sluggish machine. A small feature to note is the large camera on its forehead, which unlike the other GAT-X series has a visor attached. There is also large armor added around the cheeks. You can understand that the parts to support shooting are carefully protected. The fact that it doesn't equip Vulcan guns on its head due to the use of a lot of defensive armor is also a characteristic. You can see that it is equipped with a camera on its waist as well. Additionally, it is equipped with an arm to support shooting weapons. This arm allows the Buster Gundam to stabilize its posture while shooting. The weapon supporting arm is a component that also influences the strike packet's arm mechanism, where you can feel a connection with several machines in various parts. This is a rough specification of the Buster Gundam. Among the 5 Gundams that appear initially, this one is my particular favorite. The image of it performing nimbly while equipped with powerful shooting weapons is something to admire. Let's delve into the captivating armaments of the Buster Gundam. First up, the 220 6-tube missile pods equipped on both shoulders. This 220 caliber is a standard specification used in the Earth Alliance forces. The long-standing use of this spec ensures high reliability as a weapon. When the Buster Gundam uses it, a common tactic is to quickly evade backwards after launching the missiles. It's a strategy to create a temporary wall with missiles in the front, keeping distance from the enemy. It's also used for anti-ship attack space bombings and even anti-missile interceptions. When Duraka used it, he was able to take out a large number of fighter jets with a single launch. As many sources state, It can load special ammunition like smoke screens or discharge gas rounds due to its commonality with many other armaments. In the storyline of Gundam Seed, it mainly uses attack warheads. Next are the two large portable cannons connected to the waist. This is the charm point of the BUSTER Gundam. It uses them in combination with the arms at its waist, but they can also be detached, offering a variety of operational methods. This weapon can be used as a more powerful weapon by connecting the two. This armament was a real struggle for Kunio Okawara. The designer Kunio Okawara is a veteran staff member who has been involved with the Gundam series. Since the original Gundam, he has mentioned how he struggled with the order for two weapons, a physical warhead and a beam cannon, that become powerful when combined. The designers of the Gundam series have the important task of maintaining as much reality within the story as possible while creating cool designs. This powerful weapon was created after much difficulty by staff with high technical skills and extensive knowledge. First, connected to the white waist arm is the 315-gun launcher. This is a weapon that uses physical metal warheads. It's primarily an electromagnetic cannon specialized for wide area destruction. The scenes where it uses a shotgun spread or its attacks are very impressive. It's a weapon capable of firing special warheads. It's also capable of firing armor-piercing rounds effective against enemy armor, as well as adhesive shells that attack using explosions. And then we have the 94mm high-energy beam rifle connected to the left waist arm. It's an extremely powerful beam cannon. The dual Gundam's beam rifle is 57mm, so this one almost doubles that in caliber. It's very large in caliber and high in output, having firepower greater than the battleship's main cannon even. When not combined, it also has a very high sniping capability. During the defense of Orb, after taking down numerous fighter jets with missiles, it took out a single one that had been missed with precise shooting. Combined with Darkest abilities, it becomes an extremely powerful weapon. Now let's talk about the weapon in its combined state. By combining, it becomes possible to use two built-in generators in the weapon simultaneously. This was the point that Mr. Kunio Okawara struggled with. It uses the forward barrel and bullets of the combined weapon. The rear weapon serves as a generator supplying energy and a counterbalance. First, we have the anti-armor shotgun. This is a form that supplies more powerful energy to the 315-gun launcher, as the gun launcher is a weapon that fires bullets by electromagnetic force. Its speed and range get a considerable boost. Some sources also mention that the number of warheads it can fire at once increases. During the defense of Orb, it was shown destroying a large number of missiles with a single shot. And then there's the Hyper Impulse Long-Range Sniper Rifle. This is a form that supplies energy from two generators to the beam rifle. The Hyper Impulse Long-Range Sniper Rifle is capable of extremely precise shooting, of course. The power of the beam is also greatly enhanced in the battle with the Earth Alliance's 8th Fleet. There was a scene where it pierced through all the warships from front to back with a single shot. It's a powerful attack that doesn't allow the crew to escape. It's a terrifying weapon that definitively whittles down the enemy's forces. The BUSTER Gundam is a Gundam that only has 3 fixed armaments. However, thanks to this combination gimmick, it's a Gundam capable of an extremely diverse range of combat. Don't you think it's an extremely cool design that manages to balance powerful weaponry and agile movements? Let's talk about BUSTER Gundam's performances in the series. If I were to talk about all my favorite scenes, it would take a very long time, so I'll try to condense it as much as possible. Firstly, the Buster Gundam was seized by the Soft Army at the Orb Space Colony Heliopolis, and Darker ended up piloting it. The Buster Gundam returned with Darker is immediately analyzed by the Soft Army. From here on, Zaft's mobile suit development technology would make significant progress. The missile launcher of the Assault Shroud that would later be equipped to the damaged Duo Gundam was designed using data from the Buster Gundam. After being analyzed, the Buster Gundam was immediately put into real combat. For the collection of real combat data, the Buster Gundam along with Darker participated in numerous battles, showing off its power and mobility by sinking many of the Earth Alliance's weapons and warships. However, it could not secure a complete victory against the Archangel on strike. Many battles with Mulov Flave's Mobius Zero are depicted. Mu is the ace pilot of the Earth Alliance. It may be inevitable that it wasn't easy to win. After a somewhat accidental descent to Earth, it fought alongside Andrew Waldfeld's team. In desert combat, there were scenes where stable walking was difficult due to the sand. It's kind of cute, isn't it? The initial G weapons did not have flight capabilities within the atmosphere, so in battles on Earth, it engaged in aerial combat using the sub-flight system girl. In the battle against the Archangel team, the Buster Gundam crashed. It lost its cow and its right arm was destroyed by Mulov Flave's Skygrosper. Darker immediately assessed the condition of the Buster Gundam that had fallen to the ground. When he determined that continuing to fight was impossible and confirmed the lock-on from the Archangel, he surrendered. While this is indeed a defeat, it is a scene where you can understand Darker's ability to accurately analyze the mecha and make immediate situational judgments. The Buster Gundam along with Darker was then held on the Archangel. Through his interactions with the Archangel crew, including mild Darker experiences, a change in his feelings. Like many characters in Gundam Seed, he had regarded Naturals as inferior beings, but he comes to understand that Naturals are humans with the same feelings as his own. After the Archangel defected from the Alliance, the Buster Gundam was repaired in Orb. When the Alliance invaded Orb, Darker was released though he had been detained as a prisoner of the Earth Alliance. He became irrelevant when the Archangel defected from the Earth Alliance. Darker was granted permission to escape with the citizens of Orb. However, he took the repaired Buster Gundam and joined the fight, becoming a member of the Archangel. The title of this episode is Guns Blazing. Isn't that cool? I mentioned the scene earlier, but this episode also includes a scene where the Buster Gundam destroys multiple strike daggers in a single shot. After making a light jump, it's visible on screen that it destroys at least 5 strike daggers. The explosions are massive, so it's possible it destroyed many more enemies. The Buster Gundam continued to fight for peace thereafter. In the final battle, it is heavily damaged and incapacitated by a powerful attack from the Providence. When it attempted to retreat while creating a wall with missiles against concentrated fire from the drop gun system, it was attacked. The attack accurately targeted the part where the Buster Gundam's missile launcher was opened. The beam's destructive power, combined with the secondary explosion from the missile, caused great damage to the Buster Gundam. Another beam attacked while it was off balance, resulting in the loss of its head. Does this situation seem familiar? That's right. The same thing happened in a famous scene from the original Gundam called Last Shooting, where the head part was lost. However, at this point, the Buster Gundam is incapacitated. Is this the end? Not at all. With the help of the duo Gundam piloted by Isaac, it managed to shoot down the Raider Gundam. Did you think the Buster Gundam was just laying there? That's not the case. The Hyper Impulse Long Range Sniper Rifle is quintessentially Buster Gundam. The Buster Gundam executing the last shooting alongside the duo Gundam looked extremely cool. By the way, in the special edition, a specially edited version of the anime, the Buster Gundam single-handedly defeats the Raider Gundam before engaging with the Providence Gundam, and it does so easily, destroying it in one shot. While the impact may have lessened a bit, the scene where it easily destroys the cutting-edge new Gundam gives a sense of the character's strength, which is quite satisfying. That concludes the overview of Buster Gundam. What are the actions that left an impression on you? I'm sure many of you are fond of the orb defense battle. The fact that it managed to earn a cool subtitle like Guns Phrasing and perform spectacularly is really awesome. The sight of the Buster Gundam, despite having a name that signifies destruction, fighting to protect is truly profound. Personally, I believe the scene where Dark surrenders is also very important. The Buster Gundam and Dark go on to destroy many nuclear missiles, headed towards Prant and many battleships equipped with nuclear missiles. Dark also plays a significant role in the sequel, Gundam Seed Destiny. It would not be wrong to say that the Buster Gundam, which saved Dark's life by having him surrender, changed the fate of the world. There are records that after the final battle of Gundam Seed, the Buster Gundam was returned to the Earth Alliance and exhibited in a museum. Do you know what this means? This might suggest the possibility that the Buster Gundam will be in action in the newly released Gundam Seed Freedom. Let's hope for more action from the Buster Gundam together. Finally, I will provide you with very important information. The subscribe button on your screen is the start button for producing a new model of Buster Gundam. To prevent malfunction, you also need to press the like button and the bell button. By pressing that button, you will contribute to the creation of the great Buster Gundam. It's the strongest Gundam, equipped with a nuclear engine in both the main body and each of the two gun launchers. The key to saving the world is in your hands. See you in the next episode.